The story of Grizzly Adams is big and powerful and beautiful. They call me Mad Jack. And me and my burro number 7 been traipsing these slopes and valleys for a long spell, so I know the story from the beginning. My friend Adams was accused of a crime he didn't commit, so he escaped into the mountains, leaving behind the only life that he ever knew. Now that wilderness out there ain't no place for a greenhorn, and his chances of surviving were mighty slim. Weren't no time at all, for he was beaten down, ragged, and nearly starved. Long about then, he come upon a grizzly bear cub, all alone and helpless. Now, Adams knew that little critter couldn't survive without his help, so he started right down that cliff, risking his own life to save it. Now, that cub took to Adams right off. And that was when he discovered he had a special kind of way with animals. They just come right up to him like he was a natural part of the wilderness. But that bear cub, he was extra special. As he growed, he became the best friend Adams ever had, and together they became a legend.
There's a world where we don't have to run, maybe. There's a time we'll call our own, living free in harmony and majesty. Take me home, take me home, take me home, take me home.
It was a beautiful spring morning, and the wildflowers was a-poking their heads up for a look at the sparkling blue sky. It looked like all the critters of the mountains had come out to say howdy to the warm morning sun. The mountain air was like a tonic, making even the busy beavers stop for a frolic.
Man, I sure hope these animals don't chew up more than they need. And I especially don't want you stomping around here with them big paws of yours. You're right. Too nice today to be working. We should be out fishing. Especially when I got a bear with a sweet tooth for trout as a friend. Morning, Mary Lou. Daniel, got some berry mash there for you.
Come on, Ben.
Robbie Cartman. How are you, son?
Howdy, Mr. Adams.
It's good to see you. What do you got in there?
Howdy, Vince. Well, that's little Ginger. She's awful sick, and I just don't know what I'll do if she doesn't get well.
Where'd you get her?
Well, last winter, Pa was out chasing one of our stray cows. We came across little Ginger here. She was wandering alone without her mother, so I sort of adopted her.
You're awful lucky your pa got her.
Yeah. Well, she won't play, or she won't eat, or she won't do nothing. She just sits there.
Well, the best thing we can do is get her in the cabin and get a good look at her.
You think there's anything you can do?
Well, we'll give it a try. But,
All
Ben,
right.
I'm sorry, I can't take you fishing now. Now, don't be like that. If you were sick and ailing, you'd like folks to take care of you. Your pa went to town again, huh, Robbie?
Yes, sir. Which means I can stay here with you. Well, if it's all right.
I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what's wrong with Ginger?
No, sir.
Well, this is a sickness that happened to a lot of deer this time of year.
Is there any cure?
Yeah, nature's real good to her critters. There's a big bush up in Badger Pass, and it's loaded with herbs. It'll make her feel a lot better. Since she's not too well to do any traveling, I guess it's up to Ben and I to do it for her.
How long will you be gone, Mr. Adams?
Not long, 2 or 3 hours at the most. Now, if she gets a chill, I want you to heat this up. I want you to put it on her. And if you feel that she needs some food, there's some yarrow root in here. You mix it up with cold water, make a mash out of it. Give it to her whenever she needs it. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Adams? Is Ginger going to be all right?
She's gonna be fine, Robbie.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You take care of Ginger while I'm gone.
All right, Mr. Adams.
What do you want for supper, my good old man? We're not alone.
I knew that feller in the black hat from other days. Named Sam Steele, cold man. Has to be, I reckon, 'cause he's a bounty hunter. And he's one of the best. And I had an awful feeling Sam was looking for Adams. I really wasn't worried about Adams. For a greenhorn, he can take mighty good care of himself. But seeing Steele bothered me something awful.
I better get over to Adam's cabin and tell him there's a stranger snooping around.
Come on, Ben. We gotta get up to Badger Pass and get those herbs for little Ginger. I don't have time to visit with you now, Hawk. I got important business up at Badger Pass.
Now, when he tripped there, it weren't that Adams was a clumsy greenhorn. It's just that he didn't want to destroy them little eggs. So that's how come he slipped and got knocked cold.
Adams?
Mr. Jack?
Ain't Adams here?
No, ain't he with you?
Well, no. Then I got some powerful information for him. Where is he?
Well, he's gone up to Badger Pass to get some herbs for little Ginger here.
Ginger.
Yeah, yes, sir. She's my fawn. She's ailing something awful, Mr. Jack.
Oh. What's ailing, little feller?
I don't know. Mr. Adams said that if she had some herbs, she'd be all right.
You can take it from me, Robbie. If Adams says she'll be all right, she'll be all right. How long has he and Ben been gone?
2 or 3 hours. Mr. Jack? Do you reckon something could have happened to Mr. Adams?
Well, of course not. Now, ain't I the one that taught him everything he knows about the wilderness and how to take care of himself?
Yes, sir, but...
Well,
How could I have known that poor Adams had knocked himself out cold and that faithful old Ben was half out of his mind with worry? He just didn't understand what was going on. Poor Ben. Since he couldn't nudge Adams awake, he decided to go for help.
Now, don't you worry, Robbie. When it starts getting dark, I'll come back here and stay with you. And Ginger.
Yes, sir.
And now, you just take care of Ginger, and I'll take care of finding Adams and them herbs.
Thank you, Mr. Jack.
That bounty hunter, Sam Steele, was moving along pretty good. And from the way he was reading the tracks, he had every reason to believe it wouldn't be long till he caught up with Adams. The Adams that friendly little coyote woke up wasn't the mountain man that I knew. That knock on the head had scrambled his mind. So he was a greenhorn all over again. He was confused, scared, lost, afeard of every noise, jumping at every shadow. All the things that I had taught him about finding trails, following streams to the river source, all those was a blank now. What he used to know like the back of his hand was now a strange, fearful world. He didn't know where he was or who he was.
When you don't know where you're going, and you don't know who you are, and the world keeps on turning, and you try to keep on learning, and you see your reflection, a face you don't know, so who can you be, and where can you go?
Who am I?
Poor Ben. He was having trouble trying to talk to human folk again. He was trying to tell Nicoma that Adams needed help, but Nicoma, he figured that Ben wanted to play, and Nicoma just didn't have time for playing.
Well, hello there, Ben. Coma. Where's Adams?
Follow, Dick.
Well, wherever Ben is, you're going to find Adams, or vice versa. I got something I want to tell him. What's the matter with him?
Bastille, hijo.
Yeah, I know. I saw him, too. He's a bounty hunter. That's why I want to see Adams. Ben! Hey, Ben! Hey, what are you doing anyway? Ben?
Ishtala, Bashika.
Well, then, maybe we better follow him.
Poor Adams. He was still lost, but now he was plumb tuckered out and hungry. Powerful hungry. Adams was so bad off, he didn't even remember which berries were for eating and which ones wasn't. His mouth was a-watering for that fish, but he just couldn't figure out how to catch it without a pole and a line and a hook. Ben was making a beeline for somewhere, and from the way he was moving, he was in a powerful hurry to get there. Me and Nicoma were looking for a sign of that bounty hunter, but so far we hadn't spotted any of his tracks. Looked like we'd come to the end of the line. Whatever happened to Adams happened right here.
I know this is where you left him, Ben, but he ain't here now. You know, there are times when I wish you was a little bit more human so you could talk. Like right now. Yeah, he fell here all right, but he couldn't have hurt himself bad. Which way did you say you went?
Tachviche.
Well, we better try to find him before that bounty hunter gets lucky.
Come on, Ben, let's go find him.
Come on, Ginger. Please eat some of this mash. Well, Mr. Adams says it'll help you feel a lot better. Well, he should be coming back soon. He ought to be back by now.
Now, a mighty strange thing was happening to Adams. Maybe my teaching was better than I thought, 'cause he was starting to remember how to do things. And somewhere, stored away in the back of that mind of his, was an old Indian trick that I had taught him. How to use a flintstone to start a fire. He was remembering how to spear fish and how to build a lean-to as protection against the night. Whatever happened to Adams back there on the trail with Ben, it hadn't stopped his instinct for staying alive. He'd come into these mountains of Greenhorn and learn things the hard way. Now that learning was saving his life. He didn't know how he had learned to fish the Indian way, or how to find flintstones to make a fire. But somehow, he just did these things as natural as breathing.
No, Ben, we can't hunt anymore today. It's going to be dark pretty soon. And I got to get back and take care of Robbie.
Bada. Blaine Dawick.
Well, I'll go take care of him. I said I would.
Oja, Isho.
Well, I can move fast at night, too. Just as fast as you.
Iga.
Well, guess that settles that. Ben's gonna go look after Robbie. And Sam Steele was a-figuring how he could take care of Adams.
Don't you worry now, Ginger. Something must have happened to Mr. Adams. But don't you worry, he'll be back. Before morning. I'll stay up watching you all night. Mr. Adams? Mr. Adams, I knew you'd be back. Ben? Well, where's Mr. Adams? Isn't he with you? Oh, so Mr. Jack sent you back to stay here with me. Well, I'm awful glad you're here, Ben. Maybe you can help me put Ginger to bed. I always say prayers, Ben. Thanks, Ben. 2 prayers are better than 1. Dear Lord, help Nakoma and Mr. Jack. And please help little Ginger make it through the night. And dear Lord, watch out for Mr. Adams. because I've got a strange feeling he's going to need your help.
When Ben woke in the morning, he looked around. His friend Adams was missing. Little Robbie was there all right, but not Adams. So Ben decided to go outside and take a look around. Now, I know some folks think animals can't talk. But take it from a mountain man, they sure know how to make their thoughts known to one another, because, well, there was Ben telling his animal friends that their friend Adams was in deep trouble and needed their help. Well, good morning, Ben.
How's Robbie? And the little critter? Did you spot anything? Ben, you stay here and look after number 7.
That bounty hunter had come further than I figured. That reward poster on Adams read dead or alive, and, well, Sam Steele looked like the sort who wouldn't care which way he brought Adams back. When Adams woke up the next morning, he was still lost and scared.
When you wake up this morning to a brand new day, there's a hope for tomorrow, that you can find your way, and the love that's within you will surely grow. For loving and caring is all that you know.
These mountains that Adams once loved so much now seem like his enemies. Like jailers locking him in the walls of a giant prison, a prison he thought he could never bust out of.
You're lucky. At least you know who you are.
When that bounty hunter spotted Hawk, he figured it was just another bird in the forest. Besides, he was only interested in finding Adams. He sensed Adams had to be around here someplace. And he was right. When Joshua showed up, that bounty hunter was looking at the reward poster to make sure that the man he had just seen really was Adams. Joshua seen him taking aim with that rifle, he knew he'd better do something and do it fast. Of course, that bounty hunter had no way of connecting Joshua with Adams. Now it was Hawk's turn to do what he could to protect Adams. Sam Steele was mighty frustrated by what he considered just plumb bad luck. Tacoma, we just been going around in circles. Adams is probably doing the same thing. I got an idea. I'm gonna build a smoke fire.
What's up here?
Why? Well, Adam's got to be tired and hungry. Maybe he'll see it and come in.
Bashik.
Bounty hunter? We just have to take that chance. Let's hope Adams comes in before the bounty hunter sees him. Now, while I'm building the fire, why don't you and Ben there circle around? Maybe you can flush Adams out.
This warm summer sun ought to help you. Mr. Adams should be coming in pretty soon. Because he knows we need him. Well, like you need me. Want to know a secret, Ginger? I need you too.
Adams was so hungry he was looking for just about anything to make a decent meal out of.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get a feeling like I've been here before. I feel like that bird even knows who I am. It's gotta be the way out of here.
Mary Lou and Daniel must have had a touch of bloodhound in them, because they were able to smell out Adams even before Ben could. Adams, well, he didn't remember them at all. Steele had picked up Adams' trail once more. He was close and he knew it. As far as Sam Steele was concerned, Mary Lou and Daniel was just a couple of skunks. But they did what skunks do best, and once again, Adam's animal friends had saved his life, and Sam Steele was washing more than just a scent of failure off of himself. My fire had smoked out Adams all right, and it looked like my plan was a-working. But I never expected it to work out the way it did.
Hey, Adam! Where in tarnation you been? We've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter? Don't you recognize the old friend?
I knew the smell of old Mad Jack's coffee would bring you a running. Now see what you did. Here, let me give you a hand. Give me a hand. Yep, here we go. Yeah. Wait a minute. Adam. Adam. It's Nakoma. Help. Ben. I got Adam. No, Adams, that's Ben. Don't shoot, that's Ben. Don't shoot, it's Ben. Adams, don't shoot, that's Ben. Tacoma! Cut me loose. He was here. Well, what's the matter? Ain't you ever seen a man hog-tied afore? Cut me loose. It ain't funny. Now, I'll tell you, Adams done this to me. Cut me loose.
Adams?
Yeah. Oh, he acted mighty strange. Crazy as a coot. You suppose something could have happened to him when he fell?
Ilista, sir, Adams.
Yeah. We gotta find him, all right. Yeah. Ben is right. This is where he crossed. Looks like Adams is headed for that ridge up there. Best we go around, come up the draw, and try to catch him on the other side. When Adams seen that black bear, it kind of triggered a memory or two, but he couldn't quite put it in focus, you might say. So he continued on up the slope. Adams was looking for a way out of the mountains. He didn't know where he was going, but there was that gap in the ridge and a trail that had to go somewhere. Yeah, I see him. It looks like he's got company. We better get up there to Adams before she does. Now, that cougar was looking at Adams with a lot more than idle curiosity. Because without knowing it, Adams was headed right for that critter's den. Of course, Adams could have saved himself if he'd have dropped that little cougar cub, but in his insides, Adams had such a feeling for critters that the safety of that cub was more important than his own neck. He was in a trap, all right, with no way out. cougar cub, it flashed something in Adam's head, going back to another time with a bear cub he had come across. But for the life of him, he couldn't remember who that bear cub was.
I ain't doing nothing to your cub. I found him down here.
Now, in his mind, Adams was back on another ledge with a little bear cub. And when he saw Ben up there, it hit him like a stroke of lightning just who he was and where he was.
Ben? Is that you, Ben? Are you a welcome sight to see? Ben kind of talked to that mountain lion.
Adam!
Jack, is that you?
What in tarnation you doing down there?
I'll tell you about that later. Help me get this little mountain lion cub out of here.
There you go. Now you scat, get on home to your mama. She's looking for you.
Here, out there.
I don't got any rope. Take that. We need a little more manpower here. Ben? That's good. That's enough, Ben. We got him.
I'd like to thank you proper like, Jack, but I got something mighty important to take care of.
I know, Robbie's pet. Well, I got something important to tell you. Now, there's a man by the name of Steele. He's looking for you, and he's a bounty hunter.
Well, Robbie comes first.
Well, what about Steele?
Why don't you take care of Steele for me?
All right. Is your coat in your pack?
Yeah?
I'll take care of her.
All right. Thank you, Jack. Come on, Ben.
She'll come. He will.
Well, of course I've got a plan. I think.
Come on, Ben. We gotta hurry if we're gonna save that fawn.
Come on, Ginger. Hold on. Everything's gonna be all right.
Robbie?
Mr. Adams!
Come on, Ben. How's she doing?
She's not doing very good, Mr. Adams.
Let's get some of these into it right away. Tear these up into small pieces, Robbie. See if she'll take those.
Come on, Ginger.
Take those up.
I think you will. Thank you, Mr. Adams.
She's gonna be just fine, son.
Finding that bounty hunter was much easier than finding Adams.
Buck. Well, of course I know what I'm doing. Put this up. Now, remember what I told you. Keep your head down, and that's not going to work. Here. No, it's for Adams. It's for Adams. Now, your medicine will be all right. I'll keep it for you. Go! Adams, stop or I'll blast you! Adams, I said stop! Sam Steele, what you doing here? Same thing you was, fears like. You know what that Adams done?
Rather than let me take him, he jumped into that there river and drowned. Just cheated me out of all that there bounty money. Why don't you sit down a spell, Sam, and let me tell you how I nearly took James Adams.
Another time.
Where are you headed?
Law's looking for a lot of men.
You know, you're a good citizen, Sam. I'm proud of you. You can come out now. He's gone. Come on.
Sabilo.
What's his hurry? I'll tell you why he's hurrying. He thinks he's outsmarting me. That poster said Adams wanted dead or alive, and he's going to go down river looking for the body. We done it, Nicoma. We just flat out done it.
Mr. Adams, the medicine worked. She's feeling a lot better.
She looks a lot
Oh,
better.
he's perky. Mr. Adams, when do you reckon I can take her home?
Now, let's see. If your pa went to the settlement, he won't be back for at least another 3 days. I figure by then you can walk Ginger home.
Hello, the cabin.
Mr. Jack! Howdy, Nicoma.
How's Ginger doing, Robbie?
Well, she's a mite better.
Tell me, did you ever catch up with Steele?
You bet your sweet life we caught up with him. Nicoma and me put on a play act to make them theaters in St. Louis look like amateurs.
Well, where is he now?
Well, I figure the height of the water and the speed of the river, he should be leaving the territory about tomorrow morning.
Robbie, I don't think there's a thing that old Mad Jack can't do with them bounty hunters. Well, Robbie, I don't think Ginger's gonna be needing that wagon anymore. She's feeling real frisky.
Mr. Adams, Mr. Jack was telling me, well, about how you were lost and everything. What does it feel like being lost up in these mountains like that?
Well, Robbie, it was mighty scary, not knowing who I was or where I was going. But you know, I don't think I was really lost at all. I had good friends looking for me, and other critters looking out for me in their own way.
Well, Robbie, if you're ready to go, me and Nicoma will walk you home. Maybe your pa brought something back from the settlement that we could trade for. Let's go. I don't know if I ought to leave you here alone or not. Well, all right, Ben. If you promise to look out for the greenhorn, I'll be moseying on. Bye, Adam.
Ben, I wanted to apologize to you for what I almost did to you. But that's when I didn't know who I was. But it just proves that the true friends will stick by you, no matter if you ain't yourself. I did make you a promise, didn't I? Well, a promise is to be kept. Come on, Ben, let's go.
Deep inside the forest is a door into another land. Here is our life and home. We are staying here forever in the beauty of this place all alone. We keep on hoping